is, often people will talk about Wall Street versus Main Street. And imagine, you're a New York based, macro person who has never walked on Main Street, right? Doesn't know and understand uh, what the decisions are when, income is slowing and you got to think about, do you pay for the car or the credit card debt or the house, and what those choices are and how people make those choices. Like, if you haven't lived there, it is challenging to have any idea or appreciation of what Main Street is. And, like Main Street is uh, most of America. You know what I mean? Like, people quickly forget that Main Street is most of America. And, even though Wall Street thinks of itself as the most, Wall Street and Silicon Valley really think of themselves as being the most important areas of the country, the things that really matter and drive everything. In reality, you know, all the space in between is makes up a huge portion of the U.S. And I think, if anything, in this cycle has really has the inability to understand what's going on Main Street has actually really confused a lot of coastal financial professionals, because what they see is, a tech or a venture slowdown, and they see a finance slowdown, and it's hard for them to even appreciate that the unemployment rate in Columbus is 1.5%, right? And what the second, and if you're running a restaurant in Peoria, it's impossible to find staff. Like, it's just like impossible. Like, it's so hard for them to appreciate that, because Peoria isn't in their mindset. But it's Peoria that's driving the wage growth, that's driving the inflation that we're seeing, right? That's what's going on. It's not the venture capitalist whose, tech idea didn't work out. It's the 90% of America that where labor markets are very tight, that are earning under $150,000 a year per household. Those are the things that are actually driving what's happening in the macroeconomy today. And if you've never lived it, you'd never know. Like, it'd just be very hard to really appreciate that that's how, the rest of the world works.